Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. It is Valentine's Day, which is a day I was dreading. I felt like it was probably going to be a pretty emotional day for me, but surprisingly I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty okay. So I thought I would talk about what I did today to kind of get through the day and help me heal a little bit. I just got back from a trip, a sort of journey, if you will. So when I woke up this morning about 7 o'clock and I cried a little bit when I first woke up. But I didn't have a lot of time to sit around and dwell on it because I had to take care of the dogs and get ready for my therapy session. And I knew it was going to be kind of a rough session because it was my first one since the actual breakup. Oh, and by the way, when I got out of the shower this morning, I cut my hair. It was getting a little bit long and unruly, so I gave myself a trim. And I think it looks pretty good for a home haircut. I'm happy with it. Just trying to do everything I can to take care of myself today. So my therapist told me after our session today that I should sit down and write a letter to Limbs and just get out all of my emotions, all of my feelings on paper. So that's what I did. I sat down and I just wrote and wrote and wrote. And I just let all of my emotions come out. All of the love and pain and regret and hurt and all of it. I just wrote it out. I ended up writing like 6 pages front and back. So it was a lot. I had a lot of emotion to release. And then she said to either tear it up and throw it away or to burn it. So I decided I was going to burn it, but I was going to make it a little bit more symbolic and spiritual, something healing for myself. So I didn't really have anything that I felt like I could burn a letter in safely, so I went like scrounging through the closets and I found this like old kind of crock that I used to use to put like kitchen utensils in that I thought would be heat safe. Turns out it worked. So I grabbed that, some bottled water, and the letter, and I got in my car and I just started to drive, and I didn't really know where I was gonna go. I just knew I had to do this. So I drove and I drove and I ended up at my parents' land. So my parents have several acres in the Ouachita Forest, like about an hour away from here, way out in the country. Well, actually it's my stepdad's land now, but it used to be my mom and stepdad's before she passed away. So I ended up going there and I parked on the side of the road. And I took my stuff with me and I just walked and walked out into the forest like really far to where I knew that I would not see another human being. When I got far enough out, I built a little rock bed on the ground. I found a nice spot that felt good to me. And I built a little bed of rocks and I put the little crock on top of it. And I sat there and I felt the earth around me. I felt the wind in my hair. I felt the sunshine like peeking through the trees. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful place, and it reminded me also of how nature is so healing to me and how I've been neglecting that part of my spirituality and like my connection to the forests and mountains here. So I was happy to be out in nature. It felt really good. And then I took the letter and I lit it on fire and I put it in the little crock thing and I watched it burn. And as it burned, I watched the smoke go up into the air and just imagined like all of my hurt and pain and worry just diminishing and sort of just letting go of it all. And I cried a little bit. It was an emotional process for me, but it was like, I don't know, my way of severing it, of letting go. It was a magical experience. It was a really good experience for me, and I'm really glad that I did that today. And then after it finished burning, and I just sat there for a long time after and just thought about everything and meditated and prayed a little bit. And then I moved the rocks away and I buried the ashes in the ground with my bare hands because I didn't bring anything to dig with. But I buried them as best I could, and then I put the rocks back on top and I left and I drove back home. It was like, it felt like a release, like a relief for me. I have still so many feelings and emotions about everything that's happening, but things are different for me this time. Like, I'm actually okay. Like, I mean, it sucks. I'm sad, but I'm okay. I feel stable. I'm not crazy. I'm not acting crazy. And this has never happened before, ever. Anytime somebody has left me, I have gone absolutely insane, which you well know if you've been watching this channel for a long time. But this time I'm not doing those things. And it feels good. It doesn't feel good to have lost my relationship, especially due to my own actions, but it feels good to be able to handle it so much better. I'm just not doing any of the crazy things that I would have done before. Like, you've seen me before when I've been dumped, doing drunken live streams and just going absolutely off the rails. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm not going to drink. I haven't driven to his house or tried to find him or tried to hunt him down. I haven't called him or texted him or anything. I'm just absolutely accepting that this is my situation and I'm letting it go. I'm also coming to realize that I really, really, really need time alone to heal these things. And going today and just doing this whole burning the letter ritual that I did made me realize, first of all, how disconnected I have been from my true self, and how when I was in this relationship, it became toxic because of me, I believe. I don't know if it's 100% me, it's hard to say, but it was mostly me because just the way I get in relationships, because I just get so, like, it becomes my entire world, and it's not healthy for anybody involved. And I want to find my way back home, find my way back to myself, and that is my primary focus right now. Also healing all of the wounds that I have from my past traumas and my BPD and all that, number one priority. But part of that also, I think, is finding myself again. And I'm not really interested in looking for other relationships at all. And that's also surprising to me, because usually my instinct is like, go find somebody else right now to validate you. But I don't feel that way. I feel like I just want to be alone, and I just want to really work on healing myself, like work on my physical health, my mental health, and my spiritual health. And I'm not going to say it doesn't suck. I mean, it does. I don't like being alone, and I do miss Limbs. You know, I miss him, and I didn't want the relationship to end. I still think he's a good person. Maybe I'm idealizing him, I don't know, but I don't think anything bad about him. I don't think any ill of him, and I hope that he's happy. But right now I need time to be able to really focus on myself, and I finally see that. Like, it finally got through to me, and it took like a year. Obviously it's been a year since Andrew and I split, or since he left, I guess I should say, and I guess that's how long it took for me to realize that I'm not going to solve this by finding somebody to love me. Even though I desperately want to be loved and feel a great need to be loved, I just want to love myself, which is hard. I just feel almost like a different person. Like, I have no desire to do all that crazy shit. It seems just so counterproductive and worthless. And I don't know if it was from losing the relationship the way I did, or, you know, being in the relationship and gaining the confidence and stuff that I did from it, or like a combination. I don't know, but something has changed. Something is different, because I just don't feel the desire to do all that shit anymore. So I was gonna buy myself flowers, but by the time I got back from my parents' land, it was just like I was tired and didn't want to go in the store, and I figure it'd be super busy at this time of day, so I'm just gonna buy myself flowers tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I can buy myself flowers anytime. Doesn't matter. But what I'm gonna do for the rest of the evening is to just do self-care. So last night I painted my nails this pretty copper color. And I hadn't painted my nails in a long time, like a month. And I used to paint them every week. I don't know why I stopped doing that. But anyway, I painted my nails. So tonight, my plan is, after I finish filming this, to go and take a long, hot bubble bath, drink a couple cups of kava, and either read a book. I don't know if I'll be able to read after I take the kava, but maybe try to play some Sims or watch some shows that I like on TV. I'm just gonna chill out. I did consider like trying to take myself out for a date and like go out, but honestly, I'm just not to the place right now where I want to go out, and I honestly don't have the balls to go out and eat by myself. It just feels so weird, especially on a night like tonight when there's gonna be like a lot of happy couples, and I feel like it would just be depressing for me. So instead, I'm gonna stay in, I'm gonna cuddle with my dogs, I'm gonna take a bath, have my kava, and just relax and do things that I wanna do. But that's how I'm spending my Valentine's Day alone. It's been a good day, a sad day, but a good day for me too. I feel like I've taken steps towards like really, I don't want to say sever the connection, because I don't feel like when you love somebody, it can ever really be severed, you know? I've been in love a handful of times in my 40 years, and every one of the men that I have loved still has a piece of my heart and always will. I'll always care about them. I think it's impossible to ever completely break a bond like that, but I'm just letting go and just going with the flow of my life. I'm just letting the universe steer. I'm just okay accepting this. Okay, Lim's broke up with me. He doesn't want to be with me. There's nothing I can do about that. So I might as well try and take care of myself. Even though it wasn't what I wanted, it's what I got. I feel like this is a really important time in my life, a really important step for me, something that I have never been able to do before in my life. And I honestly don't know why I'm able to do it now. Maybe all of the work I've done has actually helped me, even though sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes I still lose control and it doesn't feel that way. But today I knew that this was real progress in my life. And it feels good, even though this is a sad situation. I feel like so much good is going to come out of this for me. And I'm just trying to view things as positively as I can and get out of this all the lessons that I can, you know, learn everything I can from this experience. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling and how I'm doing right now. I'm planning on making some more vlogs that are not just me sitting down talking, or we're actually going to do some things in the future, but right now this is kind of what I've got to offer. But yeah, more vlogs will be coming and more Sims content too as I heal more from this. I'm giving myself like this month to kind of mourn. I'm still gonna work as much as I can, but I'm gonna be easy on myself. I'm gonna be kind to myself and compassionate to myself, and let myself have time to mourn when I need it. And I also think that's a good step for me. So thank you guys for watching and for listening to me again. I really appreciate all of your support. It does mean a lot to me. I'll keep you updated. Somebody's car alarm's going off out there. I hope it's not mine. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated on how everything's going, my healing process, and other stuff that I'm going to be doing in my life, other projects and stuff. So thank you again. I'll see you with a new vlog very soon. Bye!